Greetings creation, Derek here with Denver Yoga Underground. Today's video is about what is required to practice yoga, both from a kind of applied or a practical perspective, as well as more of an internal or attitudinal perspective. So this is a fairly short video, I hope. It's not yoga. One of the great gifts and beauty of yoga practice is that it's very straightforward and universal in nature. So not a whole lot is required externally to practice yoga. You don't need the perfect eco mat or the right outfit or a designer mala. Nothing extravagant outside of you is really required. Yoga works with the primary instruments of this thing we call experience, right? There's an experience flowing through you right now, kind of like a river. And there's an experience flowing through me right now. And so what are the elements or components of that experience, or the key sort of building blocks or factors? The simple list looks like having a body, one or two, a breath, and a mind. These are the fundamental elemental pieces that go into the cornerstone of this thing we call life experience. And how you shape or pattern or configure these things will dramatically shape the quality of this thing we call, my life. Right? So that's number one on a sort of practice element. You can take yoga anywhere you breathe, anywhere you move, and anywhere you think. Those are the domains in which this yoga process unfolds. And then in a broader sense, I'd like to quote my teacher, Baba Haridas, and say that yoga begins and continues with the desire to become a better person. This is a very universal definition. All that's fundamentally required internally is the desire to become a better person or version of yourself, as you could say. That means you can practice yoga in your relationships, for example, or in your church or religious spiritual life, or in your profession, to bring the most embodied, full, and bright version of yourself. And so this also opens a door for a little bit of an inquiry, like who is this developed or matured version of self that's being cultivated, right? And that's something of an inquiry, right? Like you may achieve a certain level of integration, like things are going well, but then start to notice other little cracks in your temperament or personality, or in anger or depression, wherever your cracks manifest or show up. But yoga is this continued process of refinement and embodiment and maturing into our utmost expression. Okay, that occurs bodily, that occurs mentally, as well as ultimately more and more takes on more of a spiritual dimension. So peace, my friends, much love and appreciation, and in particular, always love your response, comments, likes, those are good, or dislikes for that matter, depending on how things went, and subscriptions. So be well.